Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's have a look on the gold market. So on Monday, actually it was a very important event. Event by itself maybe not important, but I mean that actually this has triggered big reversal on all global markets, including gold, currencies, stocks. This is a rumor that Donald Trump intends to postpone the imposing of the tariffs for 90 days. And you can see what has happened. So sharp reversal in 10-year bonds, in general in yields in the United States, and gold market as a result has moved slightly lower. So, but actually it doesn't change anything to us, because if yesterday or in weekend is better to say, we were considering the 30% support and possible stretch pattern. Now with the last Donald Trump nightmaring, we have another leg down here, another candle, and market dropped right back down to the major confidence support, which is actually even better from terms of the strength of the market. Also, you could see why in weekend we said that despite that we have more or less good background on the daily, do not take the long position until you get clear bullish reversal pattern, because it might be risky. So only if we will see that market intends to show some reversal, maybe if even it will be short term, in this case we could try to take the long position here. Until we do not have it, it's better to not jump in. So it is, of course, I can't forbid you to do this. Maybe even you will get better results than waiting the patterns, but this is just common thing in the current situation. So if you still would like to anticipate, we will consider this scenario later on intraday charts. But currently, yesterday, as you could see, we haven't got anything. Due to the Donald Trump intervention, verbal intervention, we've got this collapse. And currently we stand absolutely in the same training setup as we were standing on Friday, but just on from another level. So the bullish stretch pattern remains. Now it's even stronger because we have the oversold on the daily and additionally confidence support area. Now, the next step, since we understand what's going on here on the daily, and we suggest that it should be balanced, next step is to identify the pattern. Let's take a look what we have on the 4 time frame chart. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have nothing really special. Thrust is a bit choppy to the downside, but in general you can see that it's relatively directional. So yes, we have some deep pullbacks here, but we have some downside action. Potentially we could speak about the possible double repo pattern, although it will not be perfect. It will be because thrust is not really perfect, and even we will get the shape of the double repo, but overall background also will not be perfect if we speak about this Napoli pattern. So but on the 4 time frame chart I do not see anything else. So only the potential for this probable setup. The one thing that we could control this probably and make to some understanding, it's the performance of the market. So for instance, if we will get straight downward action with attempt to break the lows, and then we will see that market has failed to do this with a fast return right back up, although maybe thrust will be not really very superb, but the market performance in this way, it could point on a bearish weakness and possible starting of the pullback. So this is the thing that we also could keep an eye on the 4 time frame chart. Now on the hourly chart. On the hourly chart, market also has completed downside XOP. It's around 29.50. Here we have minor bullish divergence was forming, but at this point, currently, I do not see yet the clear bullish reversal pattern. Besides, overall upper bounce looks a bit heavy, so it would not have anything like this one. So it's a gradual, slow and you can see that the speed of this significantly lower than the pace of this downward action. So it means that the bearish pressure still exists, and in the current circumstances, I wouldn't anticipate taking the long position here. Still, if you would like to do this, you're ready to take this risk, trying to do this as close to the lows as possible, so with some minor retracement. Because on the daily chart you have some protection with the result and with the confluence. And if you intend to anticipate the appearing of the pattern on intraday charts, try to take position as close to the lows as possible, and you will have to higher your stop below the 29.44 area, below the confluence area. So that will be more or less safe. Those who do not want to anticipate, then we just need to keep an eye on the situation and do not miss the moment where the pattern will appear here, if it will appear at all. So for a possible taking long position. So currently we could say as a background, as a bottom line for the current situation, that setup in general is ready for a starting of the bounce, but we do not have the final moment, we don't have the final detail, the particular pattern that will trigger this setup, which in turn could mean, and if we will not have any pattern, it could mean that probably this setup might be not triggered and will not be realized. Market just will keep going lower if nothing will happen here, because this is obvious that if pullbacks should start, it should be prepared and with some evident thing, because it's just how the market moves. So if you don't see any preparation for the pullback, it means that probably it will not happen. That's very simple logic. So let's keep watching and see what will happen in the nearest today, tomorrow sessions.